Good evening, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shocker here at StormChaserJS.com. Here is almost Hurricane Gorodn. 4 or 5 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center has it a 70-mile-an-hour tropical storm. You can see here, you can still see the center is somewhere around here. Actually, let me go pull up the radar presentation. I should have put this on, but I wasn't sure if our radar scope was working. There was an issue with the one of the radar sites on there that I was using on my phone a short time ago. I stopped getting the files from them. So let me see if this is on again. It looks like actually we do have now a radar presentation coming out of here. So let me just show you really quickly here what's going on here with Florence, and I'll loop this, not Florence, Gorodn. Then we'll be taking a look at Florence. Very interesting scene in a couple of minutes. But anyway, here is Gorodn. You can see here it seems to be where approximately the center is, and that will continue to come up here to the northwest, and looks like come just to the southwest of Mobile here, and continue to move on up until Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama, and come up into the state line here, Mississippi, Alabama state line later on this evening around 8-9 o'clock tonight approximately, given what I've seen from the other high-res guidance with bringing the center on shore. So there you can see the radar presentation of Gorodn. Going back over here again, here's the satellite imagery. You can see pretty, it looks like there could be maybe some dry air coming in here, some stable air coming in. You can see how it's not completely symmetrical. We do have most of the action off to the eastern side of the center of circulation. That shows up again quite nicely here in some of the outflow boundaries. So thankfully this was not able to rapidly intensify, which was my fear yesterday afternoon, that this could become maybe even a category 2 hurricane. But thankfully it's going to, looks like, stay at 70 miles an hour. And there's again the forecast the initial condition from the National Hurricane Center at 70 miles an hour, moving to the northwest at 15, with hurricane warnings in effect for the coast here, and watch and tropical storm warnings in blue. Shortly after inland, it will quickly dissipate and become a non-issue, and basically become part of the main flow and get carried away and bring some rain to these areas here within the cone that remains. Now taking a look here at Florence. Again, this is a real pain, because the models still don't know what to do with it past about 6 days. And we're going to get another system out here, Helene, Helene. That's the next one. Then Isaac is going to come off over here. So by the weekend, we're going to have 2 more named systems, I think, out in this region as Florence continues to move. And I think this area here, Helene, will be similar location, maybe a little bit further south than Florence. But there's going to be 2 more systems that are in here, maybe a third by day 10. But these 2 here will be coming off, or will be, this is already off, and this is the thing that will get named, but this one here will be, well, Isaac here, future Isaac, will be in this part of the Atlantic over the next few days. But anyway, again, here's Florence, 75, I believe, 75 mile an hour hurricane category 1, and I tried to zoom in on this, but I could not get in there with the imagery. There was no domains available, so I had to pick the one that I had here. So you can see, again, pretty symmetrical, unlike Gorodn over here, pretty symmetrical feature. And this is still a problem because the models don't know what to do with it. So let's take a look here at the European ensemble guidance. Very good consistency through about 4 or 5 days. Then will it miss the trough, head west, or will it continue to curve out? And I believe it will curve out, since the European operational and many of the guidance is curving this thing out. And I gotta say, the GFS, I think the GFS may be actually able to beat the European on this, since it is curving it out, and that's what the GFS has been insisting on for the last several days, that this would recurve and not threaten the eastern part of the United States. So a very interesting situation still at hand too at Florence. I haven't changed my ideas from yesterday. I think it's just too difficult to get a track on this, but most likely I say that this curves out and is not a threat to the eastern U.S. But other features that are coming along, as I just showed, in about 10 to 15 days, those also could become problems for maybe the southeastern part of the United States in about 10 to 15 days. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.